If you're an otaku, then you know the natural order on how an anime comes to be. It first begins as still pictures and words, then it eventually becomes animated, but then it descends to become a live-action adaptation. But in order to do all that, the manga must be good, and in this video, we shall list to you the top 10 manga that we think should get an anime. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon, and set us all to be notified about our latest videos. Number 10. Blue Flag. We first kickstart this list with a blue flag. Our story begins with three students, Ichinose Taichi, an ordinary student who has grown detached from his childhood friends, Mitatuma, who have become so popular our boy Taichi keeps him at distance instead of doing the logical thing and riding that popularity cow. Hashtag weird. And Futaba Kuze, who Taichi does the same thing to her and avoids her because she's a clumsy shy girl. Which is again, weird, because Futaba is totally waifu material. Anyway, this situation keeps on till their final year, but when our main man finds out that Futaba has feelings towards Mita, she enlists him to help her to confess her feelings because she's a timid girl. Thus begins the journey of reconciling between the three high schoolers while they learn about change, relationships, and making the most of their last year. And if you're curious on how they came together during a time when they were worried about paths for their futures, then you have no other choice but to read it. Number 9. Kanojo okarishimasu. Moving on, Kanojo okarishimasu, aka I would like to borrow a girlfriend, dumped by his girlfriend, emotionally shattered college student Kazuya Kinoshita attempts to appease the void in his heart through a rental girlfriend from a mobile app. May God bless technology. At first, Chizuru Mizuhara seems to be the perfect girl with everything he could possibly ask for. Great looks and a cute, caring personality. In other words, total waifu material. Upon seeing mixed opinions on her profile after their first date, and still tormented by his previous relationship, Kazuya believes that Chizuru is just playing around with the hearts of men and leaves her a negative rating. Angry at her client's disrespect towards her, Chizuru reveals her true nature, sassy and temperamental, the complete opposite of Kazuya's first impression. At that very moment, Kazuya receives news of his grandmother's collapse and is forced to bring Chizuru along with him to the hospital. Although it turns out to be nothing serious, his grandmother is ecstatic that Kazuya has finally found a serious girlfriend, which has always been her wish. Unable to tell her the truth, Kazuya and Chizuru are forced into a fake relationship, acting as if they are truly lovers. There's nothing like the power of death to bring people together. Number 8. Chainsaw Man. At this point, you all know nothing is off limits. Weird and never has been imagined in our favorite 2D land. We have furries, catgirls, tentacle hentai, a guy with a gun instead of a head, but this one makes all of those fall to comparison. Cause, you see, I know tentacle hentai is weird, and all, but have I ever seen a man with a chainsaw instead of a head? Our main man is called Denji, and he has a quote that goes like this. I guess devil hunter's the best for making money, proclaims chronically broke Denji, a devil hunter for hire. With his trusty chainsaw and chainsaw dog, Denji dies to make it to his next meal. However, nothing is ever as it seems, and things never go as planned. Madness begins with the story of a dark hero who will rock the world. A new era of devils, hunters, and chainsaws begins. Number 7. Act Age. Kei Yonagi comes from a poor family. Her father ran out on her and her two younger siblings, leaving her to fend for the family and herself after their mother's death. When opportunity comes to chase her dream of becoming an actress, Yonagi jumps at the chance, catching the eye of director Sumiji Kuroyama for her strange way of acting, which at the same time makes it so unique. Thus the director hires her, giving Yonagi the opportunity she always wanted. However, Yonagi's talent for acting comes from her extreme and innate ability for method acting, one that various individuals note as potentially self-destructive, which I kind of believe. Look at Leonardo DiCaprio. Because of his talents, he was able to destroy the asses of supermodels and slip right into single women's hearts and panties alike after the end of the Titanic. Number 6. Spy X Family. For the agent known as Twilight, no order is too tall if it is for the sake of peace. Operating at Westtail's Master Spy, Twilight works tirelessly to prevent extremists from sparking a war with neighboring country Ostania. For his latest mission, he must investigate Ostanian politician Donovan Damon by infiltrating his son's school, the prestigious Eden Academy. Thus, the agent faces the most difficult task of his career. Get married, have a child, and play family. Twilight, or Lloyd Forger, quickly adopts the unassuming orphan, Anya, to play the role of a 6-year-old daughter and prospective Eden Academy student. For a wife, he comes across Yoru Breyer, an absent-minded office worker who needs a pretend partner of her own to impress her friends. However, Lloyd is not the only one with a hidden nature. Yoru moonlights as the lethal assassin, Thorn Princess. For her, marrying Lloyd creates the perfect cover. Damn! Did she pull a reverse Uno card on his ass? Meanwhile, Anya is not the ordinary girl she appears to be. She is an Esper. She is the product of secret experiments that allow her to read minds. Although she uncovers their true identities, Anya is thrilled that her new parents are cool secret agents. She would never tell them, of course. That would ruin the fun. Under the guise of the Forgers, the spy, the assassin, and the Esper must act as a family while carrying out their own agendas. Although these liars and misfits are only playing parts, they soon find that family is about far more than blood relations. Number 5. Horimiya. Although admired at school for her amiability and academic prowess, high school student Kyoko Hori has been hiding another side of her. With her parents often away from home due to work, Hori has to look after her younger brother and do the housework, leaving no chance to socialize away from school. Meanwhile, Izumi Miyamura is seen as a brooding, glasses-wearing otaku. However, in reality he is a gentle person inept at studying. Furthermore, he has 9 piercings hidden behind his long hair and a tattoo along his back and left shoulder. A total Chad, if you know what I mean. By sheer chance, Hori and Miyamura cross paths outside of the school, neither looking as the other expects. These seemingly polar opposites become friends, sharing with each other a side they have never shown to anyone else. Number 4. Komi-san. Now, before you all dislike the video because of this ranking, keep in mind this is my personal opinion, not the actual official ranking. So, just relax and let me read the plot that most of you already know. It's Shoko Komi's first day at the prestigious Itan Private High School, and she has already risen to the status of the school's Madonna. With long black hair and a tall, graceful appearance, she captures the attention of anyone who comes across her. There's just one problem though. Despite her popularity, Shoko is terrible at communicating with others. Tohito Tadano, who most of the manga readers wish to be, is your average high school boy, with his life motto of read the situation and make sure to stay away from trouble. He quickly finds that sitting next to Shoko has made him the enemy of everyone in his class, and in our hearts alike. One day, knocked out by accident, Tadano later wakes up to the sound of Shoko's meow. He lies that he heard nothing, causing Shoko to run away. But before she can escape, Tadano surmises that Shoko is not able to talk to others easily. In fact, she has never been able to make a single friend. Tadano resolves to help Komi-san with her goal of making 100 friends, so that she can overcome her communication disorder. If Boku no Pico is the holy grail of culture, then Komi is the holy bible of manga, if I dare to say so myself. Number 3. Yotsuba 2. At third place we have a manga that I believe not many of you have actually heard before. It's called Yotsuba 2, and like the title, our main character is a little girl by the name of Yotsuba. Her daily life is full of adventure. She is energetic, curious, and a bit odd. Odd enough to be called strange by her father as well as ignorant of many things that even a 5-year-old should know. Because of this, the most ordinary experience can become an adventure for herself. As the days progress, she makes new friends and shows those around her that every day can be enjoyable. It's a slice of life and comedy manga, so if you're looking for some porn to heart and soul, Yotsuba is your go-to manga. In fact, in 2006, Yotsuba 2 received an Excellence Award in manga category at Japan Media Arts Festival, where the jury citation praised the vivid characters and gentle atmosphere the manga has. In 2008, the series was nominated for the 12th Osamu Tezuka Culture Award and the Eisner Award Best Publication for Kids category, but he did not win either one. However, after that, the manga won lots of different awards. Number 2. 20th Century Boys. As the 20th century approaches its end, people all over the world are anxious that the world is changing, and probably not for the better. Holy shit, that's what's happening right now to us, going from 2019 to a new century in 2020. Kenji Endo is a normal convenience store manager who's just trying to get by, but when he learns that one of his old friends going by the name of Donkey has suddenly committed suicide and that a new cult led by a figure known as Friend is becoming more notorious, Kenji starts to feel that something isn't right. With a few key clues left behind by his deceased friend, Kenji realizes that this cult is much more than he ever thought it would be. Not only is this mysterious organization directly targeting him and his childhood friends, but the whole world also faces a grave danger that only the friends have the key to stop. Kenji's simple life of barely making ends meet is flipped upside down when he reunites with his childhood friends, and together, they must figure out the truth of how their past is connected to the cult, as the return of the century could mean the possible end of the world. And although the manga doesn't have an anime adaptation, the series was adapted in the trilogy of live-action films which released in Japan between August 30th of 2008 and August 29th of 2009. And number 1 goes to Solo Leveling. Now if you're a manga reader, an anime watcher, or even new to the 2D Japanese art in general, you must have heard the name of Solo Leveling somewhere. Considered one of the hottest mangas of this year, and if you like to hear the story well, there is no better way to tell it than how the main character tells it. 10 years ago, after the gate that connected the real world with the monster world opened up, some of the ordinary, everyday people received the power to hunt monsters within the gate. They are known as hunters. However, not all hunters are powerful. My name is Sung Jin Woo, an E-rank hunter. I'm someone who has to risk his life in the lowliest of dungeons, the world's weakest. Having no skill whatsoever to display, I barely earned the required money by fighting in low-level dungeons, at least until I found a hidden dungeon with the hardest difficulty within the D-rank dungeons. In the end, as I was accepting death, I suddenly received a strange power, a quest log that only I could see, a secret to leveling up that only I knew about. If I trained in accordance with my quests and hunted monsters, my level would rise, changing from the weakest hunter to the strongest S-rank hunter. Such is the journey of our main man.
はじめまして、水原千鶴と言います。振られて落ち込む俺の前に現れたのは和也くんだよね。
キムケで、可憐で、おしゃれで、スタイル抜群、めっちゃ可愛い。誰もが羨む理想のレンタル彼女？
自分ウサギかよって思ったらまた呼んで。
And with that, we finished our list. Is there any manga that you want to add? Tell me in the comments section. Like if you enjoyed this video. Share it, and most importantly, subscribe. Until the next upload, stay safe and stay tuned by turning the notifications on. And as always, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.
I should just believe that what they say is true.